Good afternoon, Professor and classmates. I honestly believe that new consumer health informatics technologies are surfacing almost on a daily basis. There are thousands of companies and startups that are merely grasping the potential that these new devices and sensors have. By watching a few minutes of the video with Paul Erico, marketing manager, we can get a picture of how we now have the means to start thinking that the future of technology is close. Instead, we can surely say that the future of technology is happening right now. Paul briefly explains how most of these devices today are being used in the clinical setting and how in a few years they could also be helpful in the home environment as well. The first product is from a company that I know very well, Zoll. It is actually used at the hospital where I work in crash carts and electronic automatic defibrillators. This product showcase is called Pocket CPR. It is simply a device that assists in performing CPR. It measures the compression depth and ideal rate of compressions per minute needed as healthcare providers are performing CPR. In order to do that, the device uses audible clues. It is to be noted that in adults, a good 1.5 to 2 inches of depth are needed for a cardiopulmonary resuscitation, also known as CPR, to be effective. Another device that caught my eye was the Wheezometer, which is a device that when lightly pressed to a patient's throat can detect if the patient is having difficulty breathing. Very useful for asthma patients. But above all, the device that led me in awe was the Fall Saver, which intended purpose is to prevent falls by connecting wireless to a sensor placed on the back of a patient's thigh. When a patient gets up, the device sends an alarm to the nurse or caregiver so the patient can be assisted in getting to the restroom or whichever action they need to perform. By getting to know these devices, I could effortlessly see that even if they are battery-based, small and easy to use, they offer the same diagnostic quality that a much bigger, bulkier and more expensive apparatus. It was also brought up by a professor, a video from 3 years ago that listed some of the best medical and healthcare associated gadgets. Some of them are Cardium, which is an app that lets its user perform an EKG on the go. Scanadu Scout, which is a sensor and scanner that can guide potential patients towards a diagnostic or skin condition and also gives treatment advices right there from home. We also have Dario, a smart diabetes management solution that using a gadget turns our smartphones into glucose monitor machines, helping its user manage their health whether they are at home or on the go. However, the device that caught my undivided attention was one called Withings Aura, which features a sensor and a mobile app that claims to monitor sleep quality and sleep cycles. Also tracks heart rate, detects snoring and breathing disturbances. It also features an algorithm used to analyze the data with a team of sleep experts. Another one of the many takeaways that this week's reaction puts toward this position is that healthcare companies are developing new digital technologies to give consumers more control over the care that they receive. With all these advances and improvements, it would not be hard for us to imagine a user being able to create their own health management ecosystems, taking charge of their care and even controlling where they access, how, and from whom. Technology has given us an unprecedented window into the human body. We were on the dark as far as our day-to-day health concerns. I am happy to say that we're changing that. We are getting more engaged and making our patients, users, and even developers with their feedback. Change is here. We are the change.